just about being clear. It's about being kind at the same time. Like I said, someone ain't going to hear you if you're being disrespectful, right? So that's what I'm saying. For us to have that effective communication, we have to keep ourselves steady, regulated, calm, right? And come to somebody with some sense. And that's basically, with that respect. So discomfort doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just means that you're doing something new. This is something that, you may not be comfortable with because you haven't done it before, right? So to become comfortable, we have to be able to utilize that practice. So it's going to take a few times for you to be able to all right, I feel solid setting the boundaries. I'm cool now. I'm more confident, right? My self-esteem is over here, right? So it's just practice makes us perfect, right? As long as you're applying that effort, it's only going to be beneficial for your life, right? So everybody's different, right? So I don't want you to be internalizing things and taking things personal all the time, right? But you got to be able to advocate for yourself and express yourself so someone else knows, where do they fall in line, or where should they be, or how should they be treating you, right? Everybody else, it's a learning progress as we're getting to know each other as individuals, right? But we have to be able to set respectful boundaries, right? So setting boundaries isn't about hurting the relationship. Like I said, it's about being a chance to be honest, being a chance for you to be, giving someone that authentic, side of your value system and how you operate in your mind and what's beneficial for you, right? We don't know. Like I said, closed mouths don't get fed. People don't know what's going on in your mind. So we got to be able to, like I said, speak up. In regards to micro action, let's talk about some things that we can do immediately, right? So when we know better, we tend to do better, right? Move better in that sense, right? So ask yourself what am I saying yes to in regards to when it comes to feeling and resentment? What am I holding in? What am I holding back? Why am I not, right, speaking up? What's going on here? Identify one boundary that you're able to, speak on, or what you're able to act on, right? Applying the action. What area can you, do, even if it's something that's small? I want you to pause, right? I want you to take in consideration too when you're doing these things, in the intention behind it is that, keeping yourself calm, keeping yourself regulated. I want you guys to take that in consideration because I want you guys to have that effective communication. I want you guys to not have arguments and having things, linger a certain type of way. But I also want you to be grounded. If you're having concern, make sure that you're staying on the focal point, understanding the reason why you're doing it, and come express to them with the not like just coming at them kind of disrespectful, but use I statements. I really feel, and I feel as perhaps you can do it this way, or perhaps I don't need you to do this for me. Like whatever the situation is, right? But think about a way that you're able to come with them with a clear, grounded mindset, right? I really want us to put that in consideration because we want that effective communication. So just wrapping up, coming together, I want us to take in consideration that boundaries are something that we don't need to avoid. This is something that we need to be able to be courageous. We need to step up to the plate so we're able to allow someone else to learn about us, how we want them to treat us. Right, so this is something that we don't got to be afraid of. This is